Next thing we're going to work on is conditioning your horse for things above his head. A lot of horses have a big problem with things that are above them. So before we go out to the main obstacles and work on obstacles, we're going to work on getting him to where he'll go underneath this curtain, okay? All this curtain, these are feed sacks that I've shredded, and this is a piece of old gas pipe that I found, and I have this set up along the edge of my pen where when we're done here, we're going to walk through this both directions, okay? So we're going to pretend here that Petey is a young horse and he's never seen this before, okay? But now what I want to show you across the pen here is a new horse, and he's not used to all this, but he's tied there for a reason. He's watching what we're doing, and he's tied by this curtain, and it's blowing in the wind, and he's looking at it, and he's getting himself acquainted with it. So I'm kind of training two horses at once here, where that's okay. That I could be training him with him just standing there. Very important thing to do. We're not rushing him, we're not getting in a hurry. We're letting him see that Petey and I are getting along, and it's okay. All right? So when you start out a horse, I get a little piece of this stuff right here, and I put it on my stick like this. Kind of just wrap that around there. And I get my horse used to those little dangly things right there. You'd be surprised. The big old 1,200-pound horse thinks that's going to kill him sometimes. So rather than trying to walk under that curtain at first, I'm going to take this stuff and I'm going to just run that over him and let him feel that, okay? But now that's after I've conditioned him with this flag, okay? So I've used that first, and I've got him to where I can take this flag and I can touch him anywhere with it, okay? All down his side and around and underneath him. Well, if I can't do it with the flag, I can't do it with this other thing. So then I'm going to add this layer where I'm going to come in with this. I'm going to take that, go in all directions, go over his ears with it, get him to where he likes it, okay? So then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my curtain and I'm going to take these and roll them up to where it's not so intrusive. Okay, I'm going to make it easy for him at first. So I'm going to bring my horse around and I'm going to lunge him here. I'm not going to try to go under it at first. I'm just going to lunge him beside it, kind of between me and him. Okay, and I'm going to just let him look at it and walk through it quiet and easy. Now if you remember earlier today we did a video on lunging your horse between you and the wall. Well, watch that video first, because if he won't lunge between you and the wall with nothing there, he sure as heck isn't going to do this, okay? So now we're going to take Petey, and I'm not going to force him. I'm going to let him think about what he's doing and let him do it on his own, okay? I just tap him in the butt because Petey's a little lazy, okay? He's pretty relaxed because I'm relaxed. He likes that. I want to ride a horse that's relaxed. Okay? See here? Whoa. And I stop him and I let him just stand under it and let him feel that that above him is not going to hurt him. Okay? Everything's okay. But now notice across the fence right here is Mommy's boy standing there that's never seen anything like this before. Now if Petey was acting up and acting stupid and getting resistant about all this, he'd be doing the same. We're just going to let him stand there and lick his lips and see that, you know, this is okay. Things are going to work out. We're going to take Petey like this. We're going to turn him. We're going to go the other direction. We're going to condition the other side of his brain a little bit. Come on, Petey. So see, when that wind blew that curtain, He picked his head up. He looked at it. That's okay. I want him to look at it. I just don't want him to try to run away or try to be afraid of it. He managed his fear just like he's supposed to. That's good. All right, now I'm going to take my curtain and I'm going to, the outside edge, I'm going to lower it, okay? Little by little. So then I'm going to take him on the inside. Now sometimes if I get a horse that wants to dart kind of between me and the curtain, I'll set a barrel there or something, like a little plastic barrel to just give you a little bit of a barrier. You know, you can do that. You know, just be creative. I mean, most of the stuff you see me work with, I didn't buy. I just found it somewhere and was resourceful and creative and made it. So I take my stick kind of as a barrier. Come on. Come on. Okay. So now I'll take my stick and I'll lower my curtain now entirely. Okay. So now, that's where we want to end up. Come on, Petey. All right. You there? Whoa. Okay, and I'm gonna let him rest. I'm gonna let him stand there. I sell horses all the time to people that dominate in these cowboy races and these competitive trail rides. Their horses will go through fire for them. But it starts right here with this, okay? And he's got to get used to that commotion and noise and rustle. It's very non-threatening. But I want you to watch my demeanor and how I'm handling this. I'm very calm. This whole time I've been talking to you all, I haven't raised my voice. I haven't had anything but a nice, mild tone to my voice. I haven't pushed him or I haven't forced him to do anything. I haven't given him any reason for concern. Even if there was reason for concern, I'm not going to give him a reason for concern because I want him to be calm. That horse is bigger than I am and he can overpower me. I can't handle him if he's not manageable or controllable. So it's very important for me to not let him know exactly how strong he is or how much power he has over me. Because if you get that, you know, there's not a man strong enough to hold him down. He's strong. So just take your horse now, move him along, and just keep practicing that type of thing. And you know, you can get very creative. You don't need to use feed sacks. My wife gets a sheet sometimes and shreds it up. We've got all kinds of things set up here on our obstacle course to do this type of thing. But you know, this is the preschooling for getting him ready to go out there and do some very important, very complicated things. But it started with the feed sack on the end of the stick, the flag on the end of the stick, layer by layer by layer. To end up there, sometimes I could do it in a day or two, but usually it takes a little while. Don't try to get it all done in a day. It's all right. There's no hurry. Take your time, measure twice, and cut once. It's a good way to do it. Thank you.